Oh!
I don't think the lady wants to dance, partner.
Hello, it's the wealthy and desirable Schemer speaking. Speak to me. Schemer! J.J. Silver's here. Personal manager to the stars. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yeah, so what? There are laws, Mr. Schemer. You can't treat us like this.
No.
You can't just move us away and ignore us.
He doesn't care about us anymore.
Oh, I see. You're a secret admirer of Schemer.
I'll give him back the nickels. I swear, man.
Listen, what do you want? You want nickels? You can have nickels. Come to me. Put it off on the table. Trust me, I'll take anything. You'll take anything, huh? Well, how's about a guy hanging up on you? Put it up. Put it up. No.
Stacy and Ned Kincaid were definitely falling in love, and neither of them knew that in just a few hours, when the wish was done at the end of the day, Ned was going to disappear back into the murals and painting on the wall. Only I knew that. Should I tell her? Should I tell him? And there were other problems at Shining Time Station, too.
There, done. Thanks. Money from our third customer. This is a total disaster.
What are you doing here? You're missing the costume contest.
Well, we thought we'd make more money if we stayed here. Besides, nobody cares if we go or not.
Is that so? Sounds like you've got a problem. Let's see. I solved most of the problems today. Why don't you tell me about yours?
Well, we didn't make enough money to go on our class trip.
Check.
And all these people were here, but nobody paid any attention to us.
Check.
Even Stacy acted like she didn't care about us.
So you're afraid nobody likes you. Schemer's afraid Stacy doesn't like him. Thomas was having the same sort of worries about Stepney. But Thomas had nothing to worry about. It was as simple as this. Thomas the Tank Engine was feeling very happy. His blue coat shone in the sun, he was right on time, and all around his branch line the countryside seemed prettier than ever before. Good morning, Percy, he whistled. My branch is the pride of the line, wouldn't you agree? Yes, Thomas, of course, but what, Percy? Out with it. Well, there is another engine with a famous branch line, too. Who? Where? His name's Stepney. He's far away, but Sir Topham Hatt says he may visit us. When? Oh, someday. And Percy hurried away. Meanwhile, Stepney was puffing steadily along his line. It isn't very long, and that made him feel a little sad. Later he saw Rusty, the little diesel that helped save Stepney from scrap. Everyone's been so kind. But my railway is so short, and I do miss a good long run. I think you should tell Driver, too, replied Rusty. I'm sure he'll understand. Stepney soon discovered that indeed he did. Do you know, Stepney, I feel just the same way. That evening he had exciting news. Guess what, Stepney? Sir Topham Hatt has invited us to visit the other engines on his railway. Manager agreed. It'll be a really long run to get there. Oh, thank you, sighed Stepney. They set off next morning. By now, all the other engines were talking about Stepney. He runs a famous branch line. Did you know that? Said Percy. Thomas was feeling a little jealous. Huh. It may be famous, but my branch is the first on the line. Everyone knows that, too. And he hopped away to fetch his coaches. Look, squeaked Percy. Why have they all come? There's no train yet. But Percy was wrong. The signal dropped, and from far away an engine whistled. "Here he comes!" yelled Douglas. Stepney puffed proudly through the junction. "I hope you'll meet Thomas, too," said Edward. "You both have branch lines to be proud of." Then Stepney set off to help Duck shunt coaches in the yards, and they worked happily together all afternoon. At last Thomas arrived. "Sorry, can't talk. It's time for my last branch line train. Mustn't be late." He was hardly out of sight when the engines heard shouting at the station. Moments later came the alarm. "Stop all trains!" The signalman answered the telephone. "A special, is it? I see." Thomas was impatient. "Why are we waiting? My passengers are being delayed." "Sorry, Thomas," said his driver. "We're being shunted to allow another train to pass." Soon they heard an unfamiliar puffing sound. There was Stepney with his headlamp swaying and whistle blowing. He gathered speed and disappeared. "Well, bust my boiler," said Thomas the Tank Engine. Next morning he was still fuming. "Shunted, and on my own branch, too. It's a disgrace." "I'm sorry," said Stepney. "I was a special." "Why?" "An important passenger arrived just as you left. He ordered a special train, and Duck let me take it. We had a splendid run, but, finished Thomas, "it can make an engine nervous not to know the line." "Exactly," said Stepney. "You're such an expert." Thomas felt much better. He couldn't be cross anymore, and began telling Stepney all about his branch line.
Stepney got what he wanted. He went on the main line. People helped him. Nobody's helping us.
And nobody will if you keep feeling sorry for yourselves. But the day isn't over yet. I have a feeling that help is on the way.
Mr. Mayor, about the contest. I just wanted to point out to you that the lining of this jacket is absolutely authentic, and my underwear, it was once worn by here. Let me show you. Oh, no, that won't be necessary. Oh, you've already picked your winner, haven't you? Yes, I have, and I think it's going to be a very, very popular winner. And I didn't take into consideration any politics, sir. Oh, perish the thought, Your Honor. Fellow shining timers. Yeah, all right. Before we embark on the annual Founders Day train ride, it behooves me, to announce the winner of the annual contest costume. No, just one moment, please, here. Well, anyway, the winner, who looks like a real live cowboy. Oh my, yes, huh? The winner is Mr. Ned Kincaid. That figures. Excuse me? I don't think this station is big enough for the both of us, Time for showdown.
I don't rightly take your meaning, Hilda.
I hope you're smiling when you call me Bill.